Should you be on your own favorites list? I don't think that. My dear friends, I am here to conduct a quick test so as not to take up too much of your time. It will prove to everyone that we still need to enhance our self-love. Let's start by thinking about the person closest to your heart. Is it your life partner, your best friend, or your child? Wait, what about yourself? Let's pause for a moment and reflect on yourself. Aren't you the closest person to yourself? Have you seen how our world has become increasingly complex and the standards of perfection have multiplied to the point where we are no longer satisfied with ourselves in any way? It distorts our concept of self-love. Perhaps you appreciate yourself, but you struggle in certain steps. I am here to assist you and to make your effort easier. Let's share the most important 4 foundations that you should enhance regarding self-love, and the 4 foundations that you should avoid in order to achieve balance. The first and most important step is that the process of self-love is not linear at all. There will be ups and downs and endless curves. Some days will be extremely positive, but other days that are completely discouraging. And this is very normal. Even if you are an expert in self-love, you will sometimes feel anger, fatigue, anxiety, and sadness. In these days, remember that you are a human in a stage of growth just like a child. Life is incredibly tough, and there's absolutely no shame in breaking down a little. Part of self-love is accepting it with all its flaws. When you leap forward, you may take a step back as well. Secondly, self-love is not a quick process. Think about the people you love. Did you love them overnight? No. Did you trust them overnight? No. Well, when we start to love ourselves, it takes time to fully embrace it. But when your flaws stand before you, don't ignore them, and remember that our flaws are what make us unique in the first place. Thirdly, self-love is the gateway to others loving us. Once you love yourself, it will open up unimaginable possibilities for you. Have you heard the saying, love yourself first? When your relationship with yourself is healthy, filled with care and understanding, it will help you form the same healthy relationship with others. Finally, self-love equals tolerance with your empathy. One of the things we often overlook is that one of the reasons for strength is the ability to cultivate kindness and empathy towards your life experiences. I don't mean to play the victim in that sense, but sometimes I feel like we have a hobby of blaming ourselves for everything. If we don't get a job or get accepted into university, we tend to feel unqualified. If your friend gets angry, you'll blame yourself first instead of consciously analyzing the situation. This kind of thinking only amplifies negative thoughts and self-hatred. Self-compassion is something that exists within you and is only seen by yourself, but its reflection is seen by almost everyone. If you have reached this point and applied these 4 principles, it truly is enough to significantly improve yourself. However, if you have a curiosity to learn more, come to the opposite side and I will tell you about the 4 habits you should avoid. First, procrastination. When you procrastinate important tasks and emails, you are feeding into sources of self-disregard. Studies have shown that individuals who have low self-esteem tend to lean towards procrastination and delaying tasks, because this justifies their poor performance and negative outcomes. Listen, we want ourselves to trust us a lot, and this is something that should make us more confident in ourselves. When you make numerous promises to yourself and then wake up without taking any action, it inherently diminishes our self-belief. Secondly, negativity. Are you taking real steps toward achieving your dreams? Or are you letting the storms of life decide your actions for you? Negativity and lack of interest in your daily activities, even the simplest ones, can result in missed opportunities. If you don't have clear motivations and goals, it will greatly affect your self-respect. Isolation. I know that isolation can sometimes be beautiful, but it is not always healthy and beneficial. Over time, your mind will convince you that you don't deserve love and friendship. You will drown in meaningless thoughts that won't serve you well. Lastly, we discussed people-pleasing in detail in the video. We mentioned earlier this journey is very long, and if you find it exhausting and seemingly impossible to reach, try breaking it down into smaller steps. Reward yourself after each accomplishment, even if it's small.